you play Roblox Bedwars, you probably want to get better at the game. There are some very useful glitches and tricks that most people don't know about. Today, we'll be going over 30 free tricks in Roblox Bedwars that you should start using. Number 1. With the trapper kit, you can actually create a working ladder. By stacking a bunch of traps like this, you can use it as a ladder. They only cost 20 iron, so it's a pretty cheap but clever trick. Number 2. This ladder could also be used as a way to MLG. By jumping down and landing on the ladder, you won't take fall damage. I guess trapper kit is a pretty decent kit, but there's a lot better. Number 3. Let's say you're stuck on a skybase with no way out. You have nothing left and your bed is gone, but you see a zipline down below. An easy way to escape is by jumping down, aiming yourself towards the zipline and spamming F. You'll land right on the zipline before you hit the ground, which will save your life. It's a pretty clever way to escape. Number 4. Fall damage is annoying, but by using a jade hammer or a void axe, you can fix that. There's 2 ways to do this, and the first way is by jumping down and using it a second before you hit the ground. The second way is by using it like this, which will give you a shield for a few seconds, which means you will not take fall damage. It's pretty good for getting down from high places. Number 5. Getting on the spectator map is pretty hard, but there's an easier way to do it. Get a cannon and a gumdrop. Build up to almost max height. Position the cannon so it goes up, then place a gumdrop right next to it. Then use the cannon while running to the gumdrop at the exact same time, and it will launch you a million miles in the air, so you can land on the spectator map. Players who don't have the gingerbread kit will never be able to catch you, and it's hilarious. Number 6. You can make the fastest ladder with gumdrops. Place a gumdrop, bounce on it, place a block and another gumdrop above it. Keep repeating this until you get all the way up. Pretty fast, right? And you can easily get down by placing a gumdrop and falling all the way down. It's a pretty simple trick that works pretty well. Number 7. If you combine the knockback fish and the fire enchant, you can make a pretty unstoppable combo. With one punch, you can send your enemy flying in the void and on fire, which means they can't use balloons. Number 8. There is a really good hiding spot in this particular map. By going to the middle, dropping down here, and placing a block here, you can create a good hiding spot which will definitely annoy your enemy, but it won't take long for them to find you, so do it at your own risk. Number 9. Breaking beds is pretty important, but it can be difficult sometimes. A simple way to do this is by using a strategy called block-ins. All you need is a bunch of wool and some shears. Go to the enemy's bed, block yourself in with wool, and use the shears to mine your way to the bed and break it. Number 10. Hop into 30v30 with the jacket. By combining it with the plunger enchant, you can throw an oil blob at the gen and it'll steal everyone's resources. I guess oil is money after all. Number 11. J-Kid and many others got a nerf where you can't buy telepearls, but you can fix that by having a friend drop you pearls. Number 12. By combining the mass hammer with the fire enchant, you'll do a bunch of knockback. All you have to do is press F to become massive, then hit the enemy once, which will make them go flying.
But if I put the fire enchantment with the mass hammer, I can launch my friend super far. And as you guys can see, my friend's getting launched super far, all the way to mid. And there's this weird anti-cheat effects that makes him bounce a lot. As you guys can see, I'm getting launched super far, and I'm also getting that weird bouncing effect that I talked about.
Number 13. You all probably know that you need iron to rush. But what if I told you there's a way to rush without using a single bar of iron? Let's head over to duels. In duels, there's a map called Sand Temple. This map is designed in a way where if you use Uzi, you can boost yourself to the enemy's base without buying wool. Number 14. This is one of the oldest tricks in the book, but it works super well. You can launch TNT by shooting it with an arrow. It can be used as a TNT cannon, or it can be used to stop players from exploding your bed defense.
He's putting TNT. Oh yeah! He bowed the TNT off the base. He bowed the TNT off the bed, bro. Dude, that's a pro move. That's a pro move. Who had the bow? Cubing? Dude, Cubing knows. Cubing's the GOAT. Cubing's the GOAT at Bedwars, bro.
Number 15. If you want to break the world record for the most kills, here's a trick anyone can do. Hop into customs. Set your health to 10. Do /spawn clone 20. Click on the host panel and switch your team. Do /enchant static free. Shoot the pile of clones with a bow and you'll get a bunch of kills instantly. Keep repeating this and you'll eventually get thousands of kills. Number 16. There's a very easy way to not take fall damage. Don't fall. I'm just kidding. If you get the updraft enchant, you can use this to not take fall damage. If you fall off, press the spacebar when you're about to hit the ground, which will break your fall. Number 17. For some maps, you can buy stuff from the shop without being near the shop. Let's say you're stuck on the enemy's base with a bunch of emeralds, and there's a bunch of enemies camping the base. An easy way to buy stuff is to go around here, so you can buy stuff without being near the enemies. It's a pretty sneaky and clever trick. Number 18. The double-edged sword slowly kills you if you have it, but by combining it with rapid regen, you can have the sword and infinitely heal at the exact same time. And it works even better if you have Trinity. Number 19. With the farmer kit, you can do a little bit of trolling. Place crops around your bed and wait for them to grow. Once they grow, no one can break it except other farmers, so it kinda works as a bedrock bed defense. Number 20. If you want to get some easy kills, here's a trick you can do. Build a tube like this. Get a pair of shears. Drop in the hole right here. Wait for the victim to approach. If the victim tries to jump down and combo you, build up like this and drop down here. Break this block and place a block of wool which will suffocate him. Credits to ABC Dino. Number 21. This trick works super well if your enemy is stacked. Build the tube as I showed you in number 20, except this time use blast ceramic for the very first layer. If you don't know why, then get ready for this. You only need one telepearl, just one. Then get a bunch of TNT. Stay in the bottom layer like this and wait for the enemy to come. If the enemy drops down, throw a pearl to the side and get out. Then build up as quickly as possible. Then drop a bunch of TNT from above, which will instantly kill the enemy if they don't react fast enough. And it's pretty easy to repair because the TNT will only blow up a few blocks. Number 22. If you combine the Jade Hammer with the glider, you can fly infinitely. The only catch is that you might anti-cheat. Number 23. Just like in number 5, combining gumdrops and cannons can launch you super high, but they can launch you super far if you position the cannon forwards. It's an easy way to rush. Raven is a pretty OP kit for many reasons, because we have number 24. Ravens can easily stop balloon spammers. Number 25. Ravens with static are pretty annoying but overpowered. Number 26. Ravens with plunder enchant can steal people's loot. Yeah, Ravens are pretty OP. Number 27. With area, you can only have 90 health, but there's a way to fix that. In Lucky Blocks, you can get a mass hammer. If you use the ability, okay, I look weird. And if you shrink back down, you will have 100 health. Number 28. Beekeeper is pretty OP, but many people will try to break the beehive because it gives you lots of emeralds. A simple solution is to get a friend who has spirit catcher to join you, then use those spirits to guard the hive. Spirits can actually block fireballs, so it makes it much harder to blow up the hive. Ducks are one of the best weapons in Bed Wars. Don't believe me? Take a look at this. Number 29. Ducks stack with Airy, so if you get a lot of kills, you can make your ducks do a lot of damage. Number 30. Ducks work with enchants, so if you enchant yourself with OP enchants, you're also enchanting your ducks. Number 31. To add on even more to that, the kills that your ducks get also stack with Airy, so if your duck kills someone, your damage goes up. I think I proved my point here. Number 32. You can create a ghost block by putting one block in your inventory and pressing 2 number keys at once. I mentioned this in another video, but what I forgot to mention was that you can use this to not take fall damage. By jumping down and placing the ghost block under you many times, you can get down safely. Number 33. With Barbarian, you can upgrade your rage by TNTing yourself. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book, but it still works pretty well. And those are 33 Roblox Bedwars tricks you should start using. If you find any of these 33 tricks to be helpful, and if you want more tricks, please consider subscribing. We're trying to speedrun to 50k and we're getting pretty close. So if you can just check if you're subscribed, that will help a ton. And if this gets 5,000 likes, I'll give away 5 kits in my Discord server. Link in description, go join. But for now, that's a wrap.